How many 8-year-olds could I take? That's a federal question, my boy. I am not answering. But I could easily probably beat like a good, how many 8-year-olds could I beat? Real talk, bro, I could probably beat like a good like 20. Like, I'm thinking all at once, I could probably beat a good 20. So this is Lotti. This is the ex of JuiceWRLD. Apparently, she's also one of like the most hated people online. And I like JuiceWRLD, but I wasn't as into JuiceWRLD as I was into XXXTentacion. So I didn't even know he had a girl in the first place, and I didn't know her name was Lotti. All I know is that the only thing that I heard is that she was trying to sell JuiceWRLD's nudes on OnlyFans. That's the only thing I've heard. That right there is crazy.
From threatening to leak a supposed SEX tape, to fueling conspiracy theories about JuiceWRLD's death, to
no, she didn't.
Selling his clothes on OnlyFans.
Oh, she sold his clothes?
Lotti didn't just cross a line. She took the line, erased it, and drew her own. JuiceWRLD gave her everything. He gave her a lifestyle she'd never likely be able to live on her own. And how did she repay him? By turning his legacy into a cash cow. It's beyond disrespectful, and it's exploitative. Lotti's behavior impacted more than just the memory of JuiceWRLD. It casted a shadow over the positive legacy he was trying to build, and deeply affected those who loved and supported him. It affected his fans, his family, and everyone who looked up to him. In this video, I want to go over
I didn't know
the insane behavior Ali exuded after JuiceWRLD's passing.
I had no idea it was this bad, and I've always wondered what Now Gang is. I never knew what that was.
Kind of actions that left fans questioning her true motives and wondering how someone so close to him could have showed such little respect. For anyone who's not familiar with the name, Lotti is a 30-year-old woman who gained fame primarily.
Damn. That's mean. That's mean. That's mean. That's mean. Because how old would JuiceWRLD be right now? 21. He was 21 in 2019. So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2024. So he would be like 26. Damn, I didn't know she was older than him.
Primarily through a relationship with the late rapper JuiceWRLD. Unlike others who might honor a loved one's memory quietly, Ali has taken a very public and frankly troubling approach. She's become known not for her own accomplishments, but for her consistent and often exploitative use of JuiceWRLD's legacy, sadly to keep herself relevant. Since his tragic passing, Ali's behavior has raised countless.
It hasn't worked because this is my first time hearing about her, so
eyebrows, leaving fans to wonder about her intentions. Rather than moving on respectfully, she capitalized on his name in ways that have ranged from controversial to outright offensive, causing immense frustration among Juice fans and deep emotional pain for his family and friends. Whether it's creating scandalous narratives, selling his personal items, or promoting wild conspiracy theories, Ali's actions have made it clear that her attachment to Juice's legacy is anything but respectful. Each move she made seemed to generate attention, leaving fans to question where her love for Juice ends and where her desire for clout began. Ali managed to turn every piece of her connection to JuiceWRLD into a potential moneymaker.
What in the world did she do, Blackie? Get to it.
In OnlyFans subscribers, selling merchandise, and pushing controversial narratives, all while riding the wave of his fame and devoted fanbase. For her, it seems that no boundary was too far, and no memory was too sacred. She's profited off of JuiceWRLD's memory in ways that go beyond normal grieving, showing a ridiculous disregard for the man she once claimed to love. She simply managed to turn her relationship with him into a brand, and it's not a brand rooted in respect or tribute. It's one built on drama, sensationalism, and dollar signs. This isn't just a story of grief gone wrong. It's a case study in exploitation, and how someone's
didn't she get drugs for him? I don't know.
Memory can
I don't know nothing about this woman.
Turn into a twisted form of self-promotion. Lotti and JuiceWRLD's story began like a modern-day romance in the digital age through Instagram. In 2018, Ali slid into JuiceWRLD's DMs, starting with a simple message that said, "Good music. Keep it up, kid." JuiceWRLD, who was rapidly rising to fame at that point, took notice.
Keep it up, kid. She was older.
And her message sparked an ongoing conversation that eventually led to their first meeting. A few months after that first message, while Juice was on tour, they decided to meet in person in Rhode Island. According to Ali, they spent the next 4 days together, and it was during this time that their connection deepened. For Juice, who was just beginning to experience the pressures of fame, Ali seemed like a supportive figure, someone who could
Dang, Juice got right to work, didn't he?
would provide companionship and an escape from the intensity of his career. As their relationship progressed, JuiceWRLD and Ali became almost inseparable, and with that closeness came an increasingly complex and, at times, toxic dynamic. Ali was there through many of Juice's highs and lows, accompanying him on tours, studio sessions, and appearances, all while sharing his intense lifestyle. Juice was known for being open
Wow.
about his struggles with addiction, and he frequently relied on substances to cope with the pressures of fame, anxiety, and mental health battles.
Dang, bro. Yeah, it was, when he passed, it was sad, bro. It was terrible, because it didn't even need to happen, for real. Like, it always happens to people who are so young and so talented, for real.
Ali, in return, was right there with him, not just as a companion, but as someone who actively indulged in this behavior. Together, JuiceWRLD and Ali shared a lifestyle that included substance use, and unfortunately, that struggle became an undeniable part of their relationship. Though we may not know if Ali faced the same addiction battles as Juice, it's clear that the pressures and personal challenges they both experienced created an environment where dependency became deeply entangled in their bond. Instead of finding relief from their struggles, they found themselves caught up in a cycle that only drew them further into that lifestyle where love
is terrible, bro. And I hate whenever people try to like romanticize drugs and stuff, because they really, it's not like what you think. What you see is drugs when it makes niggas creative and stuff, you know, all the visuals, all the different songs that come out, all these different picked paintings and all this stuff, all this creative stuff that comes out from people who happen to be on drugs. You're seeing the good side of it. You're seeing the highs, but you don't see the lows, bro. Like, the lows get low. It's terrible, bro.
Love and dependency became hard to separate. It's important to remember that addiction is a complex and consuming struggle, often clouding the best intentions of even the most caring people. In their case, substances became part of their relationship, a coping mechanism that, while perhaps providing temporary comfort, only strengthened the toxic elements that were pulling them down. For Juice, this dynamic may have blurred the lines between support and reinforcement, making it harder for him to confront his own demons.
That's terrible, bro. For real. Blackie does such a good job of trying to like explain to you what addiction is really like, because I've never really thought of it in that way. Like, I'm blessed to say that I don't struggle with addiction, but I have met people who have, and it really destroys your life from the inside out. You want to get better, you know that this isn't right, but it's like you physically can't help yourself sometimes. It's terrible, bro.
Who knew Juice later reflected on how, although their relationship was filled with real affection, the shared lifestyle may have also magnified some of his worst habits. The heartbreaking reality is that, whether intentional or not, both Juice and Ali were caught up in something bigger than themselves, a cycle that, despite their love, ultimately led to deeper struggles. For fans, this was devastating to learn. What appeared on the surface as a loving, supportive relationship was, in reality, filled with a lot of darkness. Juice's music even alluded to this toxic side, with lyrics that painted a picture of inner turmoil, dependency, and love that couldn't truly save him.
Yeah, Juice was known for making the real sad songs that slapped, but when you really dissect the lyrics, you're like, damn, this nigga was going through it.
That truth was that their shared habits likely contributed to the mental and physical toll on Juice, and even though he cared deeply for Ali, the relationship didn't offer him the support he needed to overcome his personal demons. Instead, it seemed to feed into them. This combination of love and toxic dependency became one of the most tragic aspects of Juice's life. It's a story that adds another layer of heartbreak to his legacy, and as fans and loved ones are left wondering what might have been different if the relationship had been a source of strength rather than a...
Dang. That makes what apparently that she's about to do even like 3 times worse, because not only were you bad for him during the relationship, you're gonna be bad for him even after it's gone. Like, that's crazy.
A reinforcement of his struggles. JuiceWRLD, real name Jared Higgins, was a rising star known for his emotional transparency, opening up about struggles with addiction, anxiety, and mental health. His music resonated with fans worldwide who saw themselves in his lyrics. In December 2019, however, just days after his 21st birthday, Juice tragically passed away after an accidental overdose following a...
I didn't know it was days after his birthday. Jesus.
Seizure at Chicago Midway Airport. The seizure was triggered as federal agents awaited his arrival, acting on a tip that the plane was carrying contraband.
See, that's the thing. Like, come on, bro. Wow. And then I think, if I remember, he like took all the pills that he had on him and he ate them all there just so he wouldn't get caught with it. Like, bro, whoever snitched on them is, bro.
Ali was with him during this tragic event. His death shook fans, friends, and his family to the core. But while most mourned, Ali began to act differently. Her grieving didn't look like a partner devastated by loss.
You guys think he died from a drug overdose? You're wrong! Please leave the ads on.
What?
On-
Come on, bro. Shut
like
up.
a
Shut the hell up. What the heck? What?
Was stated by loss.
You guys think he died from a drug overdose? You're wrong.
It looks
I hate people who post serious messages with emojis, bro.
partner devastated by loss.
You guys think
Look at this. How the fuck would Juice be proud of this?
he died from a
Answering questions on OnlyFans? Wow.
drug overdose? You're wrong.
It looked like a reality show, one where she was both the protagonist and antagonist, doing whatever it took to stay relevant. Almost 3 years after Juice's death, in November 2022, rumors began circulating that Ali had moved on with a new boyfriend. Now people
How long?
in November and antagonist, doing whatever it took to stay relevant. Almost 3 years after Juice's death, in November 2022,
Oh, 3 years.
rumors began circulating that Ali had moved on with a new boyfriend. Now people generally weren't upset that she was dating someone new. That's
Yeah, that's like, yeah.
natural, and everyone has the right to move on. But here's the thing, it wasn't the dating that sparked outrage, it was the disrespect. Ali's new boyfriend, allegedly only 18 at the time, posted a video on Instagram wearing a watch that JuiceWRLD had gifted Ali. Not
First of all, bro, didn't you say this woman was approaching 30? Why are you with an 18-year-old? And then you gonna put JuiceWRLD's watch on this other. Oh hell no.
Not only that, he was also playing Juice's track Burn in the background, seemingly mocking the late rapper. Fans were outraged, and rightly so.
That's crazy.
That watch wasn't just a piece of jewelry, it was a symbol of their relationship, of the man Juice was. To see it on a random guy's wrist while he flexed it to JuiceWRLD's own music felt like a violation, a spit in the face.
That's a huge violation, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if niggas was like flaming him for weeks.
Of Juice's legacy. JuiceWRLD's fan base didn't stay silent. They flooded social media, expressing their anger and disbelief. Ali's response? Well, silence. She didn't issue an apology, didn't address the fans, nothing. Her
That's
indifference
crazy.
spoke volumes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A few days after the watch incident, Ali took to Instagram Live. The video was chaotic, with Ali appearing visibly erratic, and many fans commented on her unsettling behavior. And then came the bombshell. In a twist that felt like it was scripted for drama, Ali claimed that JuiceWRLD hadn't died from an overdose, alluding to some hidden truth about his death.
You guys think he died from a drug overdose? You're wrong. You're wrong. Literally, you're wrong.
This wasn't just irresponsible.
Dude, this is a 30-year-old woman, by the way. Just keep that in mind.
It was cruel. Juice fans, friends, and especially his family had been working through the grief, piercing together their lives in his absence. For Ali to come forward with conspiracy theories added insult to the injury. DJ Scheme, a close friend of Juice, even spoke out saying, "Sorry to the fans, y'all don't deserve this."
Real. That's terrible work. I had to adjust my robe. I have to adjust my robe for this. I wouldn't be surprised if she did get the drugs for him at this point.
Fans echoed the sentiment, frustrated not only by her words, but by the way she disregarded the emotional toll on everyone who loved Juice. At this point, we're seeing a pattern. Ali's not just grieving, she's manipulating. She's weaponizing Juice's death, dangling cryptic insider information to keep people interested in her.
This is ridiculous, bro. I'm getting pissed. I didn't expect to get pissed.
Wasn't about honoring his legacy. It was about making sure she stayed relevant. Fast forward to January 2023, and Ali hit a controversial and troubling low. Screenshots surfaced from her OnlyFans account, where she seemed to be promoting an alleged SEX tape featuring herself and JuiceWRLD.
This is the only thing that I've heard of.
Her pitch: hackers are trying to leak my old SEX tape. My ex-fiance. I don't care anymore. I'll leak it myself, Lotti said. With that one statement,
It's been a while since I've roughed some some BBC like this. I'm adding every nude I ever sent him. $30?
tape with my ex-fiance. I don't care anymore. I'll leak it myself, Lotti said. With that one statement, JuiceWRLD's memory was reduced to content on our OnlyFans page. A painful exploitation
I heard this.
of his legacy for clicks, subscriptions, and fast cash. It wasn't just disrespectful. It was an outright betrayal of trust and intimacy that was never meant to be monetized. Around the same time, Ali's life took another chaotic turn. She was arrested in Arkansas on charges of possession of methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, and drug paraphernalia.
Girl, oh my God. They should have kept your ass locked up.
Shocking and serious development that further
Jesus. 30-year-old woman, by the way.
Clouded her association with JuiceWRLD's memory. This arrest added yet another layer to her public image, highlighting a potentially deeper level of struggle and desperation. For many fans and those who knew Juice, the news only solidified concerns about the path she was on, showing how far she'd strayed from the person who once stood by his side. As for the response to the OnlyFans content, fans were horrified. Rapper Denzel Curry and other figures within the hip-hop community spoke out, their disappointment and anger echoing the sentiments of Juice's devoted followers. Curry's tweet, "Let JuiceWRLD rest, man," captured the anger and disbelief felt by those who had admired Juice, not only for his music, but for his openness and vulnerability. For Ali to capitalize on their private moments and then claim she was being threatened was, to many, a shameless exploitation.
That's insane work, bro.
An excuse that failed to mask her true motives. The backlash was swift and intense. Fans flooded social media with expressions of heartbreak, betrayal, and disgust. To them, this wasn't just a tasteless move, it was a violation of trust. JuiceWRLD had opened.
For real, it's so disgusting, bro. Like, I don't have words to really describe how I'm feeling right now.
In his life to his fans, and they, in turn, had embraced his music and his struggles as their own. To see someone so close to him, degrade his memory in this way felt like a profound insult to everything Juice stood for. The timing of these actions, so close to her arrest, made Ali's motivation seem even more transparent. It was as though she was grasping at any remaining ties to Juice to maintain her relevance and generate income.
Clout is one hell of a drug, man. Clout is one of the worst drugs to ever get introduced to mankind, bro.
The pop community and Juice's fan base saw through it, and they called her out for crossing a line that should have never been crossed. For many, her actions symbolized the ultimate betrayal, not just of Juice's legacy, but of the fans who had loved and supported him through everything. The psychology here is complex. Ali's actions hint at desperation for attention, a craving for relevancy, even at the expense of someone she once loved, for someone whose only claim to fame is her association.
Dude really just made Lean in like less than 30 seconds.
With JuiceWRLD, her relevance is tied to his name, and she's shown she's willing to push any boundary to keep people talking. Then came March 2023.
I have never tried Lean before. I've tried a bottle cap of it, but I don't think that was enough to actually do anything.
When screenshots from Ali's OnlyFans emerged once again. This time she was selling JuiceWRLD's clothes, but this wasn't just some random garage sale. She listed high-value items such as custom tour merch, signature goggles, and even Supreme Louis Vuitton hoodies.
Wow. That is desperate.
Deeply personal to Juice's fans. Prices range from $1,300 to $3,000, and Ali said she needed to get rid of them fast. Lil Bibby reportedly bought certain items to keep them from being sold publicly.
Okay, I was about to say, what?
That's true. It's pretty sad how people who were close to JuiceWRLD had to protect his legacy from someone he once trusted. This isn't just a story of one woman's shameless actions. It's a case study in how some people react to fame and the intoxicating pull of attention.
Some people literally just don't care, bro. Like, I don't even know what kind of disconnect you have to think that it's okay to sell your ex's clothes for that. It's okay to sell your ex's clothes when knowing that he's impacted so many people's lives and stuff. Just selling his clothes off like that. Selling your ex's clothes is literally like, you do that just to disrespect the while making money at the same time. You don't sell the clothes of the ex you like. You don't do that. That's ridiculous, bro.
The story feels like a never-ending tragedy, but not in the way you might think. This isn't the tragedy of a woman mourning her lover. It's a tragedy of a woman willing to sell her soul for a quick profit and attention. Psychologically, we're seeing a blend of attention-seeking behavior and something even darker, emotional exploitation. Ali seems to understand that Juice's memory is very valuable, that every item...
Oh my gosh, those Ski Mask is the one who's going through it the most. He lost X, then he lost Juice.
Every memory is a commodity, and she monetized it all. This isn't just grieving out loud, it's transforming someone's legacy into a constant money machine. The actions of Ali Lotti unfortunately took a toll on JuiceWRLD's fanbase. For Juice's fans, he was more than just a rapper. He was a symbol of vulnerability, someone who openly discussed addiction, mental health, and the weight of fame. Fans saw themselves in him, connected deeply with his lyrics, and mourned his death as if they lost a friend. To watch his memory twisted and manipulated by someone who once claimed to love him is heartbreaking.
That's ridiculous, bro. I'm surprised the fans didn't try to jump her or something.
Juice's mother, Carmela Wallace, never publicly addressed Ali's actions, but it's hard not to imagine the profound sadness and disappointment she might have felt watching it all unfold.
I don't want to think about how sad I don't even want to think about the mom, bro. That's gotta be the oof. Ooh, that's hard to think about, bro.
Carmela had poured her heart into building something positive from the tragedy of her son's passing. Through the Live Free 999 Foundation, she turned her grief into a mission of compassion, advocating for mental health, support, and addiction recovery, a cause that would honor Juice's struggles and uplift others facing
I didn't know that. He stayed with that Nintendo Switch.
similar battles. To see Ali, someone who once claimed to love her son, using his memory as a tool for
Look at old Juice.
personal gain must have felt like a gut-wrenching betrayal. As a mother, Carmela had already suffered from the unimaginable loss of her son, but witnessing his memory used in such self-serving ways might have deepened that pain, forcing her to endure fresh wounds in the wake of his passing. Each OnlyFans post, each scandalous rumor, each shameless attempt to profit off of his legacy likely left Carmela feeling helpless.
I would not blame her if she just pulled up and whooped on Ali for like a good 30 minutes.
To shield her son's memory from exploitation, adding layers of heartache to her already heavy grief. While she's never spoken about Ali publicly, one can only assume the fierce sense of protectiveness she might have felt, the desire to preserve the beauty and integrity of Juice's legacy untainted by drama and disrespect.
She probably feels like that if she acknowledges Ali, then she's only giving what Ali wants. And it's true. Ali is only doing this for attention and money. So, unfortunately, there's always gonna be niggas out there who give people online attention and money, no matter what they've done, as long as they got a pretty face. Like we know there's people like that. That's why it's up to everybody else to not give them no attention, not give them no money. But it sucks because what she's doing is just so terrible that you just can't not talk about it. It's disrespectful, bro.
For a mother who has devoted herself to honoring her son in ways that truly mattered, Ali's actions must have felt like an insult to everything Carmela was trying to build, leaving her to silently shoulder a
old woman too. This is a 30-year-old. I can't get over that. 30?
Grief that seemed to grow with each public situation.
But it just happened so fast. It's like one day he was gone, so I didn't have time to prepare, that he's not going to be here because he went from high school to JuiceWRLD.
Ali Lotti's actions following JuiceWRLD's passing have left a painful mark on his legacy, one that goes far beyond typical public drama. Her behavior, a pattern of exploitation through OnlyFans promotions, conspiracy theories, and public stunts, has not only disappointed Juice's devoted fanbase, but has likely placed an unimaginable burden on his mother, Carmela Wallace. While Carmela has channeled her grief
and she couldn't care less
into something meaningful by being the founder of an organization to support mental health and addiction recovery.
That's real. I didn't know she was doing that. Like that's real.
Her son's honor, Ali's choices seem to reflect an unwillingness to let go of the attention his name brings her, even if it comes at the cost of his dignity. For fans who saw Juice as a vulnerable artist who opened up about his struggles to make others feel less alone, Ali's actions feel like a violation, a sad reminder of how fame can expose both the best and the worst in those left behind. In the end, this story highlights a stark contrast between Carmela's respectful preservation of her son's memory and Ali Lotti's controversial path. Will
she is just a leech, bro.
Ali Lotti ever change? That's a question only time can answer, but it's hard to ignore the patterns she's shown over the years. Changing would mean taking accountability, respecting JuiceWRLD's legacy, and perhaps letting go of the attention she's gained through his name. True change would likely require deep self-reflection and a shift in values, moving away from clout-chasing behaviors towards something more meaningful. For many, that might seem unlikely based on her past actions, but it's never impossible. Whether or not Ali chooses to grow from her past ultimately depends on her willingness to see the harm she's caused and commit to something different.
It depends because it's so easy to just keep doing the same thing over and over. Like people like this, they have to experience like the real rock bottoms before they finally decide to change. They're so used to doing it the way that they've been doing it all the way up until that point. Like being able to just invoke your ex's name just to try to make a quick buck and get your name buzzing in the headlines for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm still at a loss for words. I can't get over that she put his watch on a new man. That's insane.
Anyway, the insane mind of Ali Lotti. Any thoughts on this conversation? If you made it this far, drop a like because why not? And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Appreciate you guys for watching.
I got you, Blackie. Boop. Shawty a certified weirdo and cloud chaser because who even thinks to leak a tape long after the person is deceased and give another dude jewelry that the same deceased person gave you? She all around weird for that shit. That's more than weird, bro. Like she is, that is diabolical. She could change, but it's gonna take a lot for her to change, bro. For real. For real.